Welcome to another episode of Wrap It Up TV. I'm your host. I'm Senate One Music Empire CEO, Deon Garcia.
It's your boy Ezy Martinez, man.
And tonight we have a special guest. I'm talking about a legend coming out of H-Town, man. Our boy Superstar, TMF. Zone.
Yes.
Man,
We're gonna start this episode like this, man. Welcome home.
thank you.
And the first question, man, how does it feel being fresh out the feds?
Oh man, it feels good. It's a blessing to be home, and to be around family. To be around love. From coming fresh out the feds and being in there around strangers. You know what I'm saying? And even
Negativity, right?
negativity definitely, but everything about prison ain't negative.
No.
So that's just like what they want us to think. You can go to prison. Prison is a terrible place, but you can go to prison and still have peace and still have your own peace if you know how to move in prison. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to move, and if you the person you are, you ain't gonna have all that extra. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna see negativity definitely, but you don't have to be a part of the
You
negativity.
don't have to involve yourself in it. You know what I'm saying? You can always say, "Ah, it's not for me." Wash your hands, move around. Yeah.
Yes, actually, it just in jail, just like in the free world, people know who to mess with. People know who to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? People know who not to mess with and who not to. You know what I mean? So it's just your character about who you are to whether if it's gonna come your way. Now, when I first went down there, I learned that the number one rule is mind your own business.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
That's number one
you
first.
mind your own business. Yeah, if you mind your own business, that's gonna keep you out of conflict. You know what I'm saying? Then they say, don't gamble if you can't pay your debt,
You know, get them on your ass.
and don't take nothing from nobody that you can't pay for. Now, if you stick to them three first rules off top, then following behind that, it's respect. You know what I'm saying? Well, number one, you can't be a rat neither. You know what I'm saying? So,
First and foremost.
yeah, you can't even be on the yard. You can't even be on the compound if you're a rat.
Right,
So,
right.
but then behind that, you follow them right steps and them right guidelines, and you just carry yourself the same way you carry yourself in the world. That negativity is gonna pass right by you. It ain't gonna, it ain't gonna affect you. You know what I mean?
You pour love on them, that boy's they want to see that paperwork, man.
That's
So for those of us that are out there right now, they're going to watch this show when it comes out and airs. Is there a difference between the feds and the state? Like, what's the difference there?
definitely a difference. Definitely a difference. Now, I've never been to state, so I'm just going off what I hear about state from all of my brothers and all of my people who have been to the state. State is more rock and roll, more savage. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In the feds, it's people getting down. People getting poked out. People get hit with lots. People get hurt. It's a lot of violence, but it's structured. You have to have the authorization to do a hit on somebody or something. You have to be authorized. It ain't like you can just go do it. Something happened and you feel some kind of way. It's not finna be all of rah, 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 and then it go down.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's gonna be like, oh, that's what you on? Oh yeah? And they'll probably lay on you for 3 months. They be like, all right, that's what you on? And then they're gonna come to the speakers. And then they're going to, all the speakers gonna come together and it's like, okay, I got a problem with such and such. And of course, me, I was speaking down there. Me, I was like, listen, if it ain't a real, if you didn't like run up a $50,000 or $200,000 poker gambling debt, or you didn't do something real egregious, and it's just some feelings involved, bro, no, we not doing that. Bro, I don't want no lockdown. We all making money. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna stop everybody's money because you can't control your emotions. No, we're not doing that. How much he owe you? Is it some little money owed? All right, look, I'm gonna pay that. All right, I'm gonna pay that. You owe me in 2 weeks. I need that back from you. And that's it. We're gonna squash it. People got families to call, people got moves they gotta make, people making money around here. You're not finna stop everybody's money because you a slouch bucket and you just got all of your feelings like a woman. No, we're not doing that.
That's not emotion to stop right there.
Yeah,
boy.
exactly. So we're not doing that. You're not finna get us on lockdown. Well, we got to stay in the cell all day with each other. We got to put up the sheets to use the bathroom.
I'm going to look at you all day.
Yeah, we gotta eat Johnny Sacks, peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter sandwiches, old peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we got an hour to shower. The whole dorm got the whole fourth floor or whatever floor got an hour to shower, and you can't call home but one time a day unless you got your phone. You know what I'm saying? But then when you renting your phone, you ain't making no money because you can't rent it out. You know what I'm saying? So nah, we're not doing that. We're not stopping all the money because you and your feelings like a woman. Nah, we're not doing that.
Mm-hmm. What have you been doing since you've been home, free from the feds, outside of the music business and entertainment?
My family. My family. I just last week I just went to Kalahari, and I finally was able to get a pass to be able to travel. First place I went to Kalahari, to the indoor water park with the kids. You know what I'm saying? The main thing that matters, especially when you come home from when you being gone, was the only thing I thought about down there was my family. You know what I'm saying? So outside of the music and the entertainment and everything, family, my kids are that, sports, and you know what I'm saying? Just rebuilding my family foundation and my home structure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it starts. If your home structure ain't right, you can't come out in the streets or you can't come out in business and do things right if you're not if your home life ain't together. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Just rebuilding and structuring my family and my home environment. You know what I'm saying?
And has that been like like an issue? Like it's been slow? Has it been progressive fast?
So progressive fast.
Yeah.
The thing about my kids is my kids was never away from me before I left. I stopped touring, I stopped doing everything. My kids have never been at daycare. When you put your kids in daycare, your kids will emulate who's ever watching them.
Right.
So I needed my kids to pick up all of me. I wanted them to be wise kids, smart kids, and I wanted them to have all three: street smarts, book sense, and common sense. You know what I'm saying? You got to have all three to survive out here. Now, I know people that just got book smarts but can't survive out here because they don't got no common sense or no street smarts. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have all three.
I know a lot of people like that.
Right.
I see you right back at it, man. You got a lot going on. How hard is it, or how easy is it to come home and be right back at it, still have emotion?
I ain't gonna lie. Before I got out, but my anxiety and that PTSD, I'm talking about that's a horrible combination too.
I already know.
But I just didn't. I didn't understand. I didn't know what was. This is my first time ever doing a bid, so I didn't know what it was gonna be like coming home from a bid. This is my first time doing a bid, so it's my first time coming home. So, I just didn't know. I just didn't know if the money was going to be the same, if the motion was going to be the same. And I didn't come home to initially rap or do music. I came home to focus on business. But the music said, "Now get your ass back here. You ain't going nowhere. We ain't done with you yet." So everything that's been going on has kind of been like effortlessly. I have not been just putting no major effort to do it. It's just coming.
Yeah.
So it's just coming.
So it's open, man.
Yeah.
They say when you going through a lot of stuff, man, it's just a process that's known, man, that blessings gonna come, and it seems like the blessings are steady shooting your way, man.
Well, I feel like this. Because I had a record deal before I left, but I feel like this. Before I left, I wasn't ready for the heights that God was finna take me to. So he had to sit me down somewhere where I could reflect on life, I could mature, I could grow, and I could pick up what I needed to pick up in there to come home and be able to sit on my throne and wear my crown properly. So now that I'm here, now that I'm back home, my blessing gates is open. And he just showered me with blessings, you know what I mean? So it's like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's good, man. Do you keep in like a steady stream with God, or is it or you whoever it is you?
With God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pray and you.
What?
Okay, I'm just making sure, man. Because some people some people just come home and it's dang, you know what I'm saying? And oh, God did this for me and that for me when I was in locked up, and then come out and then it's fishes they lay flat. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
no. I was praying and doing all that way before jail. Prison is not where I started my spiritual.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? My spiritual journey. I've been like that all of my life. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to school in a slab at 16 years old, pulling up Candy Red, but I'm reading the Bible before go shores, before I go into class. Like, yeah, like, nah, I done read the Bible several times over. Yeah, this was my journey way before. I was always had God, and always close to him, and I always knew that he was with me, from day one.
So you was already planning.
Yeah, I was already cool. I was already cool. Even when I went to jail, at first I was like, God, what's going on? Why me? What's up? You know what I'm saying? And so once I really got in there, he gave me that serenity to understand. You know what I'm saying? So, I kind of I picked it up quick. Okay, this is somewhere I need to be, and I need to be here. I hate I got to do this, but I got to be here because it's something that God wants me to see, learn, or teach while I'm here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. We got to take a break, man, but we'll be right back.
Right back, man. All right, we back, man, from a commercial break, man. I am CEO A1 Music Empire, man.
It's your boy, Ezy Martinez.
And we got the Edge of Scuba Star, man. We finna go back into it, man, and ask another question, man. Since you never came back, is anything different about, the H?
Yeah, the H is a lot different. It's a lot different. It's a lot different. It's structured different. The club scene is different. Um, I'm seeing a different type of unity too, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's a different type of unity and a different type of level of showcases and more rappers doing more things together. And, but it's a lot different. It's a lot different from when I left. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of senseless things going on too in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very sensitive.
Yes, a lot of senseless, murders and a lot of senseless robberies and a lot of things going on with that too. But it's definitely the city is different, but the city is cool. It seems like it's at an uphill. You know, there's a lot of stop the violence movements. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of at an uphill.
Movement movements. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got some good stuff going on. Out there.
Yes, it's cool. It's cool.
How does it feel to transition from the federal prison back to the H-Town streets?
Coming from the feds back to the streets. When I was in prison, it was just you missing your family, you missing everything going on. But then when you come back out to the streets and you just see that the streets is the people. I guess it's more so of the people that I thought was rocking with me that wasn't rocking with me. So the transition is cool. It's cool to transition. I ain't got no PO or nothing on my back. Or I ain't got nothing, really on my back. It was hard doing that halfway house, that pissing every week and dealing with them halfway house people, man, them people is terrible. But just as far as, coming back and transitioning, the transition been cool. I got a good support system, my mama, the people that's around me, my family, even my partners, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, so it's easy. It was a lot easier to come home and transition back to the streets, but it's just different from the people that I used to be involved with to the people that I'm no longer, dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
That would run into my next question is, saying how are you still the same as meaning like before you left, running with the same people, the same crowd, before you left?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Some of the same people gonna rock with me forever. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that held me down or kept it 1,000 while I was down there, yeah, they I'm rocking with them. But just as far as the same people, no, it's a lot of people that I had to cut off. I'm in my process of elimination, so I had to eliminate a whole lot of people. So I ain't dealing with the same crowds, and I ain't into the same things. I'm definitely some of the things that I used to be into. I don't want no parts of. I don't even want it around me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm totally.
And sometimes when you come out, you find that some of the people that you were rocking with or doing whatever you were doing with in the same spot. They never progressed. You
Definitely.
know what I'm saying? They never progressed to do something different. You know what I'm saying? You find them there, you're like, dang. You know what I mean? Like, I've been gone for whatever, and you're still in the same couch. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right. It's a lot of that.
yeah.
It's definitely a lot of
Yes,
that.
sir.
People just stagnant. They just stuck on. They just stuck. You
They
know
don't
what
want to
I'm
go.
saying?
They don't want to progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some of them just don't have the mind elevation to progress. You know, they just don't have it. You know, some of them, there's just different things that keep people stagnant. Some of them is too high.
Mhm.
Some of them, you know, too low. Some of them they just don't possess what it takes to keep on moving up in life. You know what I'm saying?
So my next question is: was prison life hard for you?
No, prison life, okay. Prison life, prison life was not hard when I was in a prison with the gangsters. So when I was in Beaumont and when I was in Bastrop, you know, prison life was not hard. It was cool. It was cool because I knew how to move. I grew up around the wolves.
So you're all the
I'm
same
a
people,
wolf.
the same
That
people.
those
Your
my
kind,
people,
yeah.
my kind. Now, when I got to a camp in Florida and I was around the rats, the weasels, and all of that,
Time.
that's when you go to a camp, you out custody. So when you out custody, then the guards treat you different. See, when you at other prisons, the guards respect you at other prisons. But when you out custody, there's no respect. They treat you like trash because you're at a camp and they hold your gear over your head and just they weird shit. So when I was over there with the camp before I came home, that last 18 months was hard because I was around rats and weasels and tattletales and staff that didn't respect inmates. So it was it was a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was different. Yeah, it was very
So yeah, I can imagine, man, having to transition from being like you at home, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, in the
Comfortable.
project, yeah, comfortable, good, we eating and
Right.
everything,
Right.
to being like, dang, I gotta watch myself, can't do this, can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. Ain't nobody making no money.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do nothing. You know, over there, the rest will go on the computer and go tell on you just to tell. Like, bro, what is you getting out of telling on somebody? You done told on somebody to get in here. Now you in here telling on people. And see, over there, it's no weapons and violence because it's out custody. Everybody going home. So everybody really just on that last little stretch to go home.
Everybody want no trouble.
Yeah. So it was bad over there. Yeah, that's the place that was bad for me.
So now that you're back, what are you doing different to not go back, to not be back in the same situation, have to worry about out custody and all that stuff?
Staying away from high risk niggas that have situations.
Stay away from the niggas that was in the camp.
All right. Definitely. Yeah. So
You was in that camp, stay over there.
right. Yeah.
Don't come around me at all.
Yeah.
I seen the club, I'm leaving. You got it. You got it.
Especially if you got your laptop ready to tell on somebody.
They're on the phone and shit, taking pictures.
Right. So yeah, it was crazy, you know. So, but yeah, you know, just staying out of high risk situations and away from high risk niggas, and you know, just staying focused on what really counts in life, which is my family, which is, you know, my people and the people that I love and the people that embrace me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you know, I don't want to be around the bullshit or the bullshitters. I don't got that kind of time. I don't got that kind of energy or space in my life no more for bullshit and bullshitters.
I'm gonna say one thing, man. You was gone, and it was a lot. You had a lot of people out here, man. Free Scuba Store, man. I seen it, man. Showing support, man.
Yeah.
Your boy Prep Dollar was one of them. The campaigning, man.
Yeah, shout out
Free,
to Prep Dollar, you know.
Free Scuba Store, man. See him, man. Also, Tulo, he was one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely Tulo, free Tulo. Now,
man.
yeah, it went from free and Scuba Store to free Tulo. I sure hate it, but you know, life got its way of teaching us how to matriculate through it and navigate through it. And sometimes we gotta go through it. We gotta go through hell to get to heaven sometimes. And if you go through hell once and you didn't get burned good enough, You might have to go back again.
Yeah, that was me. That was me. I went back several times.
Yeah.
You went back with gasoline draws
You
on.
know what I'm saying? Hey, dang, man, like I'm back here again. What's going on, man? I gotta take these gasoline drawers off each time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
You know. So, what projects are you working on? What you got going on in your life?
Right now, I'm working on two. When I'm with Fame Train, actually working on. I'm gonna do it all in order. I don't want to, crowd it up too much. I'm with Fame Train. I'm working on a movie called New Jack Houston.
Hold on. Fame Train from where?
Fame Train from Houston, Angel.
New Jack Houston.
Oh, okay,
New Jack
okay.
Houston, the movie. Yeah.
I was thinking, what's her name? Honey.
Yeah, no. So Fame Train, I'm working on a New Jack Houston movie. I have a role in that. Fame Train, well, Angel from Fame Train is also filming a reality show called Reality in the H.
Okay.
Reality at the H. So, of course I got that going. So, everything I got going, the cameras is, with me and filming my scenes for the reality show. The New Jack Houston is also a TV show series as well. And on top of that, I'm doing a TV show series with Mike Sterling called Behind the Pole 2. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing that. And I'm working on, I got a lot of music, that's of course. So I got a lot of music that I'm working on. I'm now if we talking business ventures too, I'm CDL, I'm still getting my CDL license. I'm in school for it actually. I'm taking real estate classes and me and my little brothers, doing the real estate thing. Also Airbnbs. And I just got a lot of things, a lot of things that I'm into. You know what I mean? Me and my son and my nephew Puny, we doing the car dealership, the dealers, getting the car dealers licenses and buying the cars and selling them and stuff. Yeah, I'm into a whole lot.
How do you balance everything you got going on and then the family life? Because I do a lot of things too. I used to do shows, movies, and podcasts, TV, and to me, people always tell me, "Man, how do I see you out at the gym with your son taking a box. I see you doing this and that. How do you find time to balance everything out?"
Well, really, it's a hard balance. It's definitely a hard balance, but you can't do everything alone. So, you have to have a team behind you and you have to have people in the right positions and in the right places to help you, do what you need to do. And, that's one thing is having a team behind you, a strong team behind you and the people that you can trust. You know what I'm saying? But not just even just that team. I really be having to schedule days where I could just sleep. You know what I'm saying? I really
That's messed up, man.
yes, I really be like having to schedule days where I could just sleep. But the majority of my family life, the good thing about it is it's like during the daytime. It's like the morning and the daytime. And some of the things that I do, I can do it at the same time. With the kids at the same time because I'm also teaching my kids the things I'm doing as well. Now, the music life and the entertainment life is kind of, you can say, at night for the majority of the time. Now, when it comes to the movies and stuff, that could be all day. You know what I'm saying? And the reality shows could be daytime too. But as far as the cars, I always try to put somebody in there with me so they could be me while I'm over here doing this.
Yeah.
So that's why when I say something, I say I'm doing the real estate with my brother, I'm doing the car dealerships with Puny and my son. You know what I mean? I always try to put different people in different positions that help us get to the bag and help us grow. You know what I'm saying?
So that leads us to this next question, right here. How are you involved in so much and you just got home?
God. I gotta give first and foremost. I gotta give thanks and the praises to God because, without Him, none of this would be possible, and I wouldn't be able to do none of this or even involved in this. And You know, a lot of, like I said, a lot of this stuff that I'm doing is just effortlessly. And, you know, even the business things that I have going on, you know, I have mentors and people that's helping me do it. You know, shout out to Baby Savage, man. Baby Savage, you know, been helping me a lot. You know what I'm saying? You
Shout
know,
out.
yeah, you know, just shout out to Nana. You know, she helped me a lot when I was down there. And she's into a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of people, you know, that I have behind me, and that I have helping me through the way. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody had identity theft to me while I was gone.
Mm.
So, you know, Baby Savage, while I was in there, I'm talking to him on the cell phone. He's like, all right, we gonna get your credit straight. We're gonna get you right. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna do this. I came home and now we go on credit runs, rebuilding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like every, you know, couple months we go on whole full credit runs. And you know, he just helping me, you know, get it together. And it's just a lot of people, you know, that I have to help me. And that's why I have the ability to help others. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So
So we have a
yeah.
question here. I guess it's from one of the viewers.
Okay.
Why do you wear your do-rags, and are you trying to bring the old school look back?
No, actually, while I was down there in Pensacola, the water is terrible. The water system is terrible. So a lot of people either lost hair
Man,
or they got kidney failures.
man, that's deep.
So you couldn't drink that water, but we had to take showers in it. You know what I mean? So being that we had to take showers in it, it it messed up my hair, so it kind of like messed up my hairline. So I got an appointment to go to Turkey and get a hair transplant. So until then, I've been wearing do rags. You know, I just been kind of just keeping it cool, keeping it covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until I go to Turkey. But the same way people get veneers and fix their teeth, I'm fixing my hair. You know, I want
I
my
understand, man. Say y'all,
You know what I'm saying?
y'all got a company, man. Y'all make do rags. Holler at my boy. He can be, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Hey, number one.
There you go.
Man.
I'm trying to get the
At
back.
least for a little while until he goes to Turkey, it's over with.
Right. Then now the only thing about Turkey is I have to the only thing about Turkey is I have to get permission from my judge. So I sent the letter to the judge to get permission to get my passport back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the only thing about
Wow. Yeah. So at least that's gonna take a little while
Yeah.
to get on.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've already, I already got everything situated and scheduled as far as for the transplant. But yeah, so that's why I be wearing.
What does a transplant cost?
Transplant costs, in Texas, around here, they starting at 21,000.
Man,
So, and then they only give you a certain amount of hair grafts.
it's easy to just tattoo it on there, man.
Yeah, but see, all right, they only give you a certain amount of hair grafts. When you go get it in Turkey,
They'll give you that.
it's unlimited hair grafts. However much hair you need fixed, they're gonna fix it.
You don't come, you
So-
don't come back with it. Don't say
So
anything.
you mean it-
And it's a lot cheaper out there too. It is
Cheaper to fly and fly back for Turkey.
Yeah,
And it-
the ticket is
and-
only 1,800. The ticket was
Okay.
only 1,800. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely from 2,100. It can go from 21,000 in Houston. I called everywhere in Houston I could. It can go from 2,100 for my the hair grafts that I need.
Mhm.
From 21,000 all the way to like 30 something thousand, like almost 40. So I was like, and then they're not even the best doctors. The best doctors are in Turkey.
No.
So you know what I'm saying? I won't.
Might as well spend 10 grand or whatever it's gonna cost.
Yeah, it's gonna a little bit under 10. It's gonna be under 10 in Turkey.
Dang.
But over here, for me, it starts at 21,000.
Dang.
So it's no way that I was going to, get it here by not even the best doctors.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm going over there to get it a lot cheaper.
We need some of the Turkey doctors over here.
Straight up.
I want to sponsor it, man.
Yeah.
You Turkey Doctor, man. We're gonna put your commercial on the show.
Yes, sir.
Straight up.
Long-term goals, man. What are your long-term goals?
My long-term goals is to be a CDL dispatcher and broker, and have, have a few trucks that, and, have a few of my people that need the opportunity to drive them.
So you're gonna hire personal people or people coming from the feds?
It all depends. You know, it all depends. Definitely, I gotta definitely put the team on first. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha.
They go first. So outside of them, then I'm gonna let whoever I can get to kind of, you know, kind of be in control of that position. Because see, you know, I like to put people in positions. Like I say, I got so many things that I'm into. You know, I like the team, everybody. If this is what you do, like as far as the car dealership and the auctions and stuff. You know, Puny likes that. He likes to sell cars. You know, he likes
Passion.
to.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. So I got nephew. Yo, can you do that? Here, you know, how much money I need? How much this I need? Okay, I got the people that's gonna get us these dealership, these dealers licenses. Okay, I got I got a lot of the play already together. But I'd rather just invest my money. Okay, now a third. That's my son. Okay, now here's something else for you to do. You know, I've already given him since I came home. I've already given him a way to make some money, a way to generate money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it's about. You know, as long as you got a team behind you and you know, you got to make sure your team's straight first. Now, after the team is on, then that's when we can go looking for different prospects to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I want the people around me to.
Well, the reason why I was asking is we had a program that we was going to start that started in the federal penitentiary, which was going to teach people how to drive. So we was going to go in there and actually book study them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Teach them, get them ready for when they come out and take a test. You know what I'm saying? And be able to pass that test.
The CDL school that I'm in right now is just kind of like a program like that. It's called Free World. That's the
Okay.
CDL, and it's for inmates to come fresh home and to be able to get your CDL.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that's that's the school I'm in right now.
Okay.
Yep, it's the same kind of thing. Yep.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you like wish didn't happen or wish that would happen when you came home? You know what I'm saying? Like you was expecting and then you're, oh man, I got let down on that one. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I wouldn't have got ratted on.
Yeah, we all do. We always do them.
I keep telling y'all, y'all stay in that camp, man. Y'all stay over there, man.
Yeah.
Come over here.
Yeah.
Your laptops at home, man.
Anything that I wish you talking about before going or coming home?
Coming home. Like, you coming home and you got all these things and, you see it one way, but you really don't know until you get home what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, dang, because you get let down. You know what I mean?
I wish I would have came home to my full bag that I left. That
Yeah.
I just wish I would have came home to that full bag that I left, and it would have been a lot more easier to transition, and it would have been a lot more easier to come back to life.
Right.
But when you go down, you just got to understand that the money you leave, regardless to who you leave it to or where you leave it at, it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna happen. And I don't fault nobody, for nothing that happened with the money or nothing like that. But that is what I do wish. I wish I would have came home to the same financial status as I left to be able to continue to increase my financial status. But then you got to look at God. Sometimes God will humble you.
Mhm.
And he will say, hey, well, look, we're going to take this away. And, we're going to
I need you to struggle a little bit. I need you to come out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need you coming home because you might crash. You come home to that big old bag.
Because it's too easy.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
You might crash. So, but that was my only letdown or my only wish, that I wish I would have came home to my same bag and it was still, it was still there. But, it's all good.
The way you moving it right now, moving out in these streets, man, feel like it ain't gonna take you long to get back right, man.
Nah, some people are attracted to money. Some people are attracted, it's like I said again, effortlessly. Sometimes the money just comes and the situations just occur. And especially when you're a person that tries to make the best out of every situation. And if I see something and I can think like, okay, yeah, I can do that. I'm going to go and I'm going to go all the way with it. I'm going to give it 100%. I'm not going to half step. I'm not going to put it off, be like, yeah, maybe. And all that. That's how you don't make money. You know what I'm saying? Now, it all depends on the situation because I'm not doing nothing else where my risk gonna outweigh my reward neither. I'm not gonna play that game neither.
Yeah,
coming home.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But not.
But if it makes sense though, as long as it makes sense, then I can do it. You know what I'm
Then
saying?
you can push
Then
forward. Yeah.
then I can push forward and get into it. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna take another break right quick, man, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Man, I sure, hey, I don't know, somebody called me, and when they called, my live just started. It just started. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, it been going in and out. I think it's cool now. What's up, Breezy? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna go back in right now, and we're gonna end it up with like a 2-minute outro right now.
Okay, cool. So
Go ahead.
good. Welcome back, man. We're back with Wrap It Up TV. It's your boy Ezy Martinez.
Deon Garcia, One Music Empire.
We're here with School Star, man. So like your plans, man, for the next coming up year, 2 years. What's your main goal besides real estate? Besides, you know, we know you're gonna do all that stuff. You know that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Do you have something hidden in the background that you need to work on while you're waiting? You know what I'm saying? The next 2 years, or are you just gonna go full force with everything you got going on?
I really didn't want to speak on a financial goal, but I have a financial goal set for, 8 months for, like,
Yeah, just something you got to get to.
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to have me a ticket or two, within a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But as far as that, just business, I didn't come home to play. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come home to freestyle. I came home to master light.
Mhm.
I don't really got time to play.
So being in there really lit something up on you. Besides, yeah.
Yes.
But before you left, you was already lit. But I mean, coming out, you're like, man, I got to turn it up times 10. You know what I mean?
Before I left, I thought a couple $100,000 was some money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm back and them couple $100,000 is gone in the wind, I know what real money is now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And a couple tickets is comfortable, but that's just not rich or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, I just know what real money is, and I just know what it takes to live life and maintain. And I know money is essential to life. I don't cherish money. I don't, money don't change me. Money don't make me act a certain way. I've been having it. I done had it, I done lost it, I done had it, I done lost it, I done had it and lost it. So, I know money, and I know how to deal with it. So it's not that that's my thing and that's my ultimate goal, but money is essential to life, and money is essential to kids. And then what I'm trying to do is create generational wealth for my kids.
There you go.
The real estate ain't just for me. I want to get each one of my kids a house for they can start learning how to be entrepreneurs themselves and don't have to grow up and go through none of the bullshit that I did, or have to try to live the life making money like how I had to make money. So I'm trying to create opportunities for my kids and the people around me that I love, so we can all make money and be happy and enjoy life a little bit better, because money don't make you happy, but you can enjoy life better, and it can help you with certain decisions in life.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Some little stress too, man.
Yes, sir.
Right.
It is stress free. Yeah.
Right.
So you got
I
money.
don't say stress free,
Oh man.
but it can help
Yeah.
certain stressful situations.
Sure can.
Yeah.
But sometimes money can be stressful.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you're chasing it the wrong way, I guess.
Or the people that come behind it.
But there you go.
So that could bring a lot of stress, and some of the things that come with it, the drama, the negativity, the evils that come with the money or follow behind the money.
I'm trying to make let the money grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's a lot of fake love but coming behind money too. So yeah, I barely even really just even, I try to play dead to see what kind of funeral I have, but people don't believe that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I try to act like, hey,
Hey, man, it was good having you on the show, man. We got to end this segment today, but let them know where they can find you, man.
Man, y'all can find me on Instagram at @Scooperstar_TMF. That's at SCOOPASTAR_TMF. You can YouTube Scooperstar TMF, Facebook, Just hit me on Instagram. You know, Facebook, they got your government. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you can hit me on. If you know my government, you're on my Facebook. But if not, you know, just go to my Instagram because that's where I do most of my business and most of the things that anyway. You know, Facebook is kind of like family oriented and people who went to school with you and stuff like that too. So, you know what I'm saying?
And IG is like the club.
IG is the guy. You know, IG was the club for me when I was locked up.
Yeah.
You know, that was the club. When I got my cell phone, you know, I used to have my bro, shout out to Deuce, you know what I mean? Deuce, you know, he used to have my cell phone. You know, we used to have like stash spots built in the walls and we used to have all kind of that stash spots. I'm talking about real MacGyver stash spots.
Real, I know.
Yeah, and he used to go, you know, I use it all up, juice it out. I get it at on Fridays at 8 o'clock, right? Go all the way
Run the
through.
battery.
I'd run the battery down till Saturday morning. And me and Deuce gonna meet at child time. We gonna meet on the rec yard. We stash it for us. He get it. He go take it to his room. He go charge it up. You know what I'm saying? And then he bring it back to me full charge. And I go again. You know what I'm saying? But that was when I was in the rat camp, I'm gonna call it. And then I had to be real careful how I moved and used it. Now see, when I was over there in Bastrop, I went over there with Pablo and Q and Puny and them. And you know, we was on the phone, you know, anytime, like we just had jigs watching the doors and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different vibe. But
Man, we appreciate you coming out, brother. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to have
a
him
lot
back
of fun.
another episode,
We'll have him back. We still got more.
Right, so this is
questions.
part one, man. So we're gonna give him about another 5-6 months, man, and see the progress. And we're gonna bring him back, man. Let y'all know how he's living, man. Y'all stay
I
tuned.
want to know about the real estate.
definitely.
We out, man.
Yeah, appreciate